What's up, gang? Hope everybody's doing well. If it's your first time listening to the show, like and subscribe on whatever platform you choose to listen to, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, basically anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us there. Share it with your friends, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. For all you returning guests, always welcome back, and thank you for all your support thus far. We really appreciate it. Keep those comments and those likes and subscribes coming. We really appreciate it. This next episode, the purpose for this episode was to kind of explain the new partnership with the PFF, PNC, the IAFF, and Primary Complete. There's been a lot of rumors going around, a lot of questions being asked. This episode was to clear the air, be totally transparent, and let y'all know what we have going on with our partnership with them. However, the audio file kind of got messed up some way in the process of transferring, or just how it was recorded altogether. Not really positive on how or what happened, but it happened. Captain Ben Bob and Josh Smith, we sincerely apologize for that happening. That's the wonderful world of podcasting. Not everything goes great all the time. So myself, Steve, and Jeremy, we sat down and kind of explained what the purpose of the partnership is, what it does for both sides, both parties involved, and so on. So tune into this episode, and you'll get a little more clarity of what we have going on there. If you do choose to donate to the Charitable Fund, which I highly suggest, there's several ways to do it. The easiest way, and one that I know every single one of you do, is shop on Amazon. I know you all do it. Fun fact that you probably didn't know, the Firefighter Charitable Fund, the PFF-PNC Charitable Fund, has a Amazon Smile service set up. That's super easy. We explain how to do that in the show. I'll give you a quick rundown. You just pull up your Amazon app, you search where you would search for your product, you search Smile, and then it'll pop up at the very top, the Amazon Smile page. You'll navigate down to where it says type in your charitable contribution, which charity you want to contribute to. And that is where you put in Professional Firefighters of North Carolina Charitable Fund. I'll put that either in the show or right here. We'll put it somewhere so you can read that. And once you've set that up, you're done. Every time you buy something on Amazon, which I know a lot of you do, I'm guilty of it as well, it'll donate to the Charitable Fund. It doesn't raise your price at the end. It doesn't do anything like that. It doesn't change the price that you would normally pay for an item or add any other additional costs. It's just something that Amazon does for the charities that they choose. Another way is you can go to pffpnc.org, navigate to the Charitable Fund link, and then at the bottom it'll show you how to donate from there. Entrepreneurs, business owners, you got friends that own businesses, they're always looking for tax write-offs. This is a great way for them to do that. The Charitable Fund is a 501(c), so it is definitely tax deductible at the end of the year, and a great cause and a great thing to choose to be your charity and try to convince them that it's a good fit for them as well. We appreciate all the support. Sorry for the long-winded intro, but it was necessary. Here's myself, Jeremy, and Steve chatting about the Charitable Fund, PFF-PNC, the IAFF. We really appreciate the opportunity for the partnership. Here we go.
The show we lost, the audio file was gone, and it was the Josh Smith in your seat, Captain Bob Zine over here, and we were announcing, the purpose of the show was to announce their support through the Charitable Fund, helping out the show, paying some bills. So
right, yep. I hate that happened to the audio, but that's the wonderful world of technology.
I know.
You guys got to figure it out before I go.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, there's be all kinds of things that we'll won't know how to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I am down for a class.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, we'll get Ray in here, Chris.
Yeah, Ray, Chris, and we'll all be in here.
See if he's got any weekdays off. I don't know if he does, but
you know what? Let's turn on the cameras for the class.
Yes,
that way
it's recorded.
That way we can document it. Yeah, and we can tag. I'll edit it and then I'll put tags in it so you can go like. 4 minutes in, we talk about this. 5 minutes in, we talk about this.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have paid $1,000 cash money to be able to back up however long it was that we were doing the first shows and watch that show. You know what I mean?
God,
like,
yes.
Travel in the future.
Oh, man. Yes, for sure.
What a learning curve.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just posted, I was telling Steve a little fun thing to do on Instagram is go back and think of the best moments that you remember from the show, or good quotes or conversations or stuff like that, and turn them into like an Instagram post. And the one I did today was from the Blair and Laura Lee show, like episode number 9. I was like, dude, we sucked.
So I've been noticing the Signal Fire guys, they've been reposting a lot of old clips from down here
Yeah,
lately. Yeah.
it's because they don't have any new stuff to put out. Love their hearts, but
Well, I think they're doing very well on the media side.
I think so too.
This podcast, I think, just took a hiatus for that money,
Right.
all the money they're making.
Right, which I mean,
That and did you know that they're investing in the indoor skydiving place that they're trying to build here?
yeah,
They're like the primary investors.
Wow.
Sky LM or something.
Yeah,
like
Matt
that.
Milat is. I've texted him about it, and he's.
I'll be a primary customer.
It's
I'd
fun.
love to do that.
I
Yeah.
don't fly good.
So he
but
says
it's fun.
it's a blast. His kids have a blast there, and so they're one of the primary investors. They're trying to recruit more investors to. But I think it's all veteran owned. I think
Yeah.
it's what's going to be.
When you go in there, you're just going to sit on the bottom like a rock.
Dude, I have. So I'm trying to remember what birthday it was. I don't know. It was sometime between 25 and 30, I think, or 20 and 25. I can't remember.
So last year.
Holly will know immediately like that if you were to
Mhm.
ask her. But I wanted to go skydiving. She's always known I wanted to go skydiving. She was like, cool. So first, let's go to this indoor place. So me, Holly, Pat, and Tracy. Pat, my best friend, his wife, Tracy.
That's a
so we
brick
got-
wall they can't get up,
Dude, just wait. It gets better. So we go to this place, and it's in just outside of, I think it's Hope Mills. So it's just outside of Fayetteville. Super cool. We go in, we sit through our little class or whatever that you have to go through. The poor instructor guy's trying to tell us how to, what we're supposed to be doing and stuff like that. So we get all in our suits. They were really questioning about Pat if he was going to fit in a suit, which he did kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a pair of capris and then a 3/4 shirt. So for the listeners, Pat is a very large human being.
Yep.
He's like 6'7.5", about 280. So he's abnormally large.
Mercy.
So big dude. So we get in. I think Tracy went first. She did fine. Instructor gets in there with her. She's flying around doing her things. Cool. All's good. And then Holly goes. So the ladies went first. Holly goes. She's light as a feather. I mean,
They
she's
shoot right up the ceiling.
dude. She's 100 pounds soaking wet. So she gets in, lays out, straight to the top, and the instructor's like, "Oh shit!" So he goes after her.
Yeah.
So he shoots up to the top, and then he brings her back down, and he's communicating with the guy that's running the fan and all this kind of stuff. And she's in there, she's flying, chilling. He lets go of her. She's just kind of hovering around doing her thing. Then I go. I don't fly well.
Yeah.
I have this. I don't know if it's a default or whatever, but when something's pushing on me, I push back. I cannot relax. The air's shooting up under me, and I'm trying to push back on it. And he's like, "You gotta relax." And I'm like, "I'm trying." He's karate chopping my back to try to get me to arch it, and I'm like, "Stop it!" And he's like, "You gotta relax." So I didn't fly good. So he grabs hold of me and then stretches me out, and we shoot to the top and fly around for a minute. But I don't fly good.
Was it at least fun?
It was a
That
blast.
time, yeah.
Pat in there, if this table is the net that keeps you from off the fan, he hovers around the bottom of the net.
That's exactly
like
what
this.
I'd be at.
He's like, and he never goes anywhere.
I hope those boys are successful at getting a spot
Yeah.
here. That would be amazing.
I think it'd be a really good market for it here.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Oh yeah, especially with all the tourists coming in.
Tourists and all the
Everybody living here.
kids just go to Defy Gravity
Noah
on
is-
Friday and Saturday.
Noah is begging me to do that, and I told Matt, I was like, you gotta make it you gotta make it happen. My kid's counting on you.
Yeah.
I think they will.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Are they typically kid friendly, like these skydiving?
Yeah.
indoor-
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think there's any. You can't be over a certain weight, but I don't think there's anything as far as under.
I mean, I'm sure there's a minimum age, minimum weight,
I don't know.
so you can control yourself. I mean, you're not gonna throw a toddler in there.
I throw my toddler in there. Obviously, yeah.
Okay.
It's probably I'm sure it's probably 10 or 12 or something
Right.
like that. But they can control the speed in which all that stuff's going. It is really cool to watch the pro skydivers and stuff get in there. It's wild what they can do.
Yeah, the video.
It's gnarly. Wow, tangent.
Yeah. And it happened. Yeah.
All right, so Josh and Ben, last show.
Yeah. we talked about the different forms of the union. You know, like everybody just sees the shirts, and there's like the national, state level, local, and then a sidebar, which is where we're getting our funding. So it's not a local, it's not
It's affiliated.
correct, yeah, but it's not like the boys at New Hanover County's money is going here, nothing like that. It's the charitable fund, and it seems like it's going to work really well. We're going to get a link to where if people were so inclined, they can donate to this fund through a link and make it super simple. You know how everything is. Like, if it can be overcomplicated, it is. So we're trying to make it just a one-step process.
Right. Josh did a good job, I thought, in kind of laying out how the funding and how the money for the kind of how the PFFPNC goes. He described it as 3 buckets. So they have the main bucket, the big bucket, which is where membership dues go. And then, but that money has, like stipulations. You can't just
rules.
be divvied out. It's got rules, that govern where that money is spent, which is cool. And then the second one is the PAC fund one, which is also
Super strict.
super strict. So it has certain ones. So they needed a way to, if Jeremy King has an event come up in his life and he's on hard times, a way to be able to financially support you through that, whether it be a medical condition or whatever. They wanted an account to freely be able to help the members.
Yeah, no red tape.
No red tape. Yeah. That's right, no red tape. And that's where the charitable fund came into existence. And that's kind of where we're operating is the charitable fund. We want to see the charitable fund surpass the other two by far. So that's kind of where we're operating at. We're helping the charitable fund, which then in turn helps members, which is what the show is, and that's what we want anyway. So it works out.
It's a very good source. I helped start it, the charitable fund for the state.
Right.
I was the treasurer, and we've got multiple different revenue streams coming in for that, not just for donations, but the license plates. If you get a union license plate for the state of North Carolina, we get the percentage of that. It's actually a really decent stream, and then there's an Amazon Smile link. I don't know if you guys know what Amazon Smile is. So Amazon Smile is a charitable side of Amazon. So it's not the same. Like, I don't know why if you just go to Amazon.com and you log into your account, Holly's calling you like
I know.
times.
Okay. That's okay. I'll text her in a second.
And so but if you go to this Amazon Smile, it's the same exact Amazon. You log in, and then you could select a charity. You want to donate a portion of your Amazon sales or Amazon purchases from, and they'll send a percentage of each individual sale that you do to the charity of your choice.
Get out.
And I actually set that up. We get it's not much. We keep trying to advertise it. Like my church, has a link to where you can do it. And then we've got one for the charitable fund. But and it doesn't cost you anything extra. They don't jack up the price. Just if you just go through Amazon Smile, they'll just take a percentage of your normal price you would normally pay.
It's like how the grocery stores do the local school support.
Mm-hmm. Like on the Vic
Remember
card.
In that show we were talking about how if people just knew some of the good things that happen, joining the union would be the easiest decision ever.
Sure.
It's just stuff that nobody even has a clue is happening. I think that's going to be our best way of helping this wheel keep moving and get stronger and better, is by some of those things that people would have no way of knowing. Like Jamie Beasley, I'm certain, has no idea about what you just talked about. No. I didn't even know about that.
I didn't know about it till just right now.
Small. That's just the income, but we have paid out. I mean, over $15,000-$20,000 to union firefighters. You got to be affiliated with the union, and that's where we paid it out mainly for disaster relief, cancer diagnosis, and this was before the new law. The new law where you kind of get that insurance policy whenever you get a new cancer diagnosis. So we're helping out people with cancer diagnosis. We even extended out a little further to help some family out. I think in times of destitute, we can justify doing that. All the locals have to do is their president has to contact. Each area has a rep for the charitable fund, and then we vote on it. And we have not denied a claim yet. It's got to be something.
I missed my car payment.
Yeah, missed car payment. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like if your family can't pay the bills and your local can't provide help with that, and their local, if your local doesn't have a charitable fund, then we'll hear your case out.
Of course.
Yeah, and I mean we got money in there, and they're wanting to do more with like using that money towards training events and sending people, sponsoring that was supposed to be for scholarships for sending people to training events across the country.
How many people are required to make a decision on the charitable fund spending money?
So the way it works is you have one of the DVPs from the state, from the PFFPNC board is the oversight.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's Justin Price from Greensboro.
Okay.
It was Scott Mullins before he became president when we first formed. And so then you have Justin Price. He's their connection to the board.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's our board of I don't know, I guess director is what you want to call it. And then there's 4 of us as far as, or not me anymore, but each area, you got your 4 different DVPs that different like DVP 1, area 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each one of those areas has a representative for the state, for the charitable fund.
Nice. So if you had a fear that if I'm donating to this account, it's just going to be some dude spending money on fishing trips,
everyone has to vote on it.
Yeah.
And then, so like, and I was the treasurer, and only me and the DVP had access to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
And then whenever, we'd have meetings, I'd just send the statements out to the rest of the board, and we'd see the statements.
Gotcha.
And they would say, and then every decision as far as spending money was voted on, like, it was mostly virtual or text messages. Hey, we've got this request in. What do you guys think about this? Here's all the information we have. And if it was pretty clear cut, then we just kind of vote on it.
Nice. So when I said no red tape, there's maybe a little tiny bit of red tape, but
it sounds like it's collective.
Well, I mean, it's just like any charity. It's a 501c3, so it operates as a charity, not as a political. It's not like a 501c5, which is what the locals are set up as, whereas the PFFPNC is a 501c5, which follows under a political organization, or the PAC fund, which PAC fund is super strict laws on that. So it just operates as a charity. So you have to have a board of directors. You have to have a board that would vote on how the money's spent, and then they kind of just govern. And we have through Sky David from New Frame, she helped us set up our bylaws about how the money's going to be spent, and if if we dissolve, where's that money going to go? And it has to go to other charities.
Sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we got the money to pay rent, that's what we used the money for. Because, we'd have made it happen. We'd have figured out something.
Of course.
But old boy's bank account was on fumes, son. Yeah. I'm doing a lot of work on the house, and, just money wasn't there. So when we got that to pay rent, I was like, yes.
We were talking about Signal Fire just a few minutes ago. You remember when we did the show with Matt, like his first question was like, how are y'all monetizing this? And we were like, we're not. And the look on his face and
confusion.
Yeah. And then everybody else who's ever asked that, how are y'all monetizing this? Or who's, are y'all doing sponsors, this and that? And we've always been like, nope. We're sole funding it ourselves, and everybody's been in shock and all that. And it's been like that.
Yeah.
For forever. We had some support from AES. And then, we haven't reestablished that relationship. If we do, cool. If we don't, cool as well. But
I hope we do. I
really
hope we do. Yeah. What a relationship. Miss Becky, man, she was important, and boy, like an angel.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we're not searching for sponsors or
searching
for ways to make money by any means. So
yeah, I truly believe if we had set out with, I'm going to quote fingers, my like a plan to do funding, and like that was our goal, we'd have folded up shop 3 months in. Like this needed to be like an honorable. We're setting out on a mission. And what's kind of fun is the mission is adapting. Like as we're going, remember we were looking for a shorter term. Like we have a bunch of honorable reasons why we're in here, but we were looking like how can we make this a shorter phrase? And it was normalizing no agenda conversations. Like that ended up being
Right.
and man, that statement alone is so deep once you like really look into it. Everybody's angling and gunning for something, and we're just trying to have some conversations.
Yeah, we had this in our conversation earlier talking about is no agenda conversation a real thing? I mean, can you even have? I think the three of us can probably have a no agenda conversation. We can sit down at a restaurant and just start talking, and that's fine. But with our guests and stuff, I guess there's an agenda to an extent, but there's not a. We don't have scripts. We don't do any of that. We just kind of let the conversation naturally flow where it goes.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
Throughout this whole thing, even to today, when we're talking about shows and guests and stuff, I have this like mental image that I create, and then I check like that's how I decide are we still in the right path or is this going to be beneficial? And I've got like a list of a couple of names. I won't say them out loud, but I got a few people in there, and I imagine that person watching this show, and are they going to benefit any? And they're all different people, you know.
Sure. Yeah.
And then as long as it pings one, you know, like
Right.
we don't have to get super crazy on our guest list. As long as it's going to benefit like one of those people, then it's like, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, or the potential to benefit.
Correct.
Right.
And even later, it doesn't have to be today.
Oh,
Like,
sure. No, the beauty of it is the archive. I mean, the library that we're constantly building. I mean, it's fun to field questions from people and be able to have a guest that's like, you should listen to this story,
yeah,
or you should listen to this. That archive and that library that we're building is just growing and growing and growing and growing. Encyclopedia started with one.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not a thing anymore, but you know, to our mom and dads, that was the thing.
yeah,
That's what was
So-
nice when I was talking to our next guest about kind of what he want, and it was like he was trying to feel me out about what we're gonna do. I'm like, just listen to Drew Peterson's episode.
There you go.
Listen to that.
yeah.
You know him, you'll relate to him.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a good show.
Yeah.
It was. It was. Josh Baltz was on a podcast. I think it's called Grabs. Was the podcast? It's super cool. They interview people who have had live rescues. It's really cool. I just found out about it. It popped up on my suggested
Where are they
thing
out of?
on Spotify. They're digital, so there's
Okay.
3 of them that do it, and they're all over the place. I've actually been in contact with one of the guy who did Josh's, but the one they had, the save they had in Porter's Neck with them at 14.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yep. So he you know, basically just redid that whole rescue, how it all played out and all that. He did a phenomenal job. I texted him after I got done listening to it. I was like, commend you, sir. You did very well. I know there was a lot of scuffle around that incident after it all came out about, you know, county, city, da-da-da-da-da. There was
Yeah.
none of that. He did nothing but speak highly and respectfully of the 14 crew. And he said about, I think 4 or 5 times that there was you know, that this interview, the one that he was doing with them, had nothing to do with this is a look at me moment, look at my department moment. It was none of that. So I thought it was really cool of him. But I forgot where I was going with that. I was making a point with it for some reason. But we had I'm gonna find it in a minute.
Benefiting people, the conversation benefiting
That's right.
people.
The conversation benefiting people. Just being able to relay that over to somebody else, you know, it was a different show, but it connected with me. And I
Yeah.
was like, I remember that incident very well. I came in the shift after it happened. It was Clyde and all them that were there. I forget who Clyde's officer was then.
Nipper.
Nipper.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, I mean, it was all them guys. And I remember coming in the next day and hearing all the stories about it. It was neat. So, there's a lot of cool stuff coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It's
If you
fun
think
to be a
about
part
it,
of.
that the show you're just talking about
Mhm.
is a conversation you would have heard at a shift change at the kitchen table.
That's right.
Which fits like the things that make me happy.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's
Check
right.
that out.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll send you that link or shoot it over to you. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And those guys who are doing those type of shows and stuff like that, I want to have conversations with them. I sent the email. I got the contact from Josh, so I sent the other guy that did his show. I sent him an email. I was like, "Hey," told him just who I was, told him about Primary Complete, and I was like, "Look, I'd love to hear how this idea, the inception of this idea for your show came about. I'd love to hear it." So we've been in correspondence back and forth, and like I said, they're all over the country, so it'll be a difficult logistic one, but I think if we can nail this digitizing down, it's an
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah.
So
That can also be how we keep King in the loop. Can't just let him like leave.
never.
Never.
I'm coming back
Yeah.
eventually.
You say that.
He's like, I'm not dying.
What makes you think that we're gonna want you back?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Fine, you can go figure this stuff out yourself.
You, sir.
Wow.
Oh no, of course not.
Speaking of coming back, it was nice for Ethan to come to town.
Mhm.
Right?
Dude, it was fun hanging out with him. Like, COVID interrupted all of our trips back and forth, so it had been a minute.
It was good to see him.
Yeah.
Good to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Edward Teach, for that event
Man, that went
out of the
well.
park.
Yeah, I did. I didn't stay the whole day. I came like early on, then left for a little while, came back. But it was packed the whole time I was around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a lot of faces.
I think I was there. I think me and Nathan got there right at 12, and then I had to skedaddle at about 1:30. So I was there for about an hour and a half. And then I think Nathan, I talked to him later in the evening. He was there for a good little while, but y'all were still there when I left and all that. So I hadn't heard anything negative.
Dude, Captain Bobzine, he stayed the whole time and was
That's good.
did a little interview and
Yeah,
he
I saw
when I
that.
saw him at the end of the day, I was like, dude, you look happy, but you look tired. Like he was whipped.
I'm
It
sure
was-
it was.
Yeah.
Hot out there on that pavement.
It was rather
It
warm.
could have been so much worse.
I mean, it. All in all, the weather was great.
Yeah, this weather today, the thunderstorms and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that wouldn't have worked.
No, not at all.
That was my first time ever teach. That's a pretty cool building.
That's the
Yeah.
first time you've been there?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
I don't
sweet
get
joint,
down
man.
much,
I know.
except
it's
to come here
It's a
Yeah.
sweet joint,
in
though.
Copperpin.
I don't drink a lot of beer, but their beers, the ones I tried, were
Mhm.
good.
That first responder beer. That's all I drank. That was
Yeah.
pretty good.
It was good. Teach's Peaches is always my
Oh, yeah.
favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waves on the Water, I think, was the name of the one that I ended up liking. I was like, I'm down.
I could
like
do
this.
that.
Yeah.
Waves on the water.
Yeah.
That's a interesting way.
Yeah.
Waves on the water. Where else would they be?
I don't know. And I could be butchering the name. It might have been something different, but it was Waves. Waves of Time.
Waves of
That was
Time.
it.
Now that one makes sense.
Yeah. I apologize, Edward Teach.
I'm pretty sure they're good with it.
Yeah.
No, we just been trying to get Miss Amy down here. She's the head person over there, and she's down to come. We just got to get our timing right. I want to do
Yeah.
a post show with her. We're trying to get a pre-show, but I think a post show might even be better.
It might be better.
Yeah.
And let's beg. I will beg. I want some of those little glasses for this purpose.
Oh, the sampling glasses.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We
Little
can
collaboration. Yeah. I'll
Just
do
run
whatever.
over there and ask to buy them.
Yeah. I'm in.
Sure,
Yeah.
they sell them.
Do I know?
I'm sure they sell them.
I don't know if they do or not. The sampling glasses.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
We can work out something.
I feel sure.
Yeah.
Feel sure. Cool.
Nice. Well, so to anybody with any questions, we are getting support from the charitable fund. They're paying the rent, which is nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And no, it's
separate
not.
from membership dues. It's
That's
not
right. Yeah.
membership dues.
It's not a membership due. It's all donation based stuff. And it's there's nothing dark or mystical about it. Yeah. It's easy. And we sure appreciate it.
That's for sure. So
Should also plug the donation link that we still have on the website if anybody feels inclined to want to donate to that. Is that still active?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can donate directly to Primary Complete if you feel so inclined on the website, primarycompletepodcast.com. You can donate directly.
I'm pretty sure it's the last tab. It says info, donate.
Yep,
Yeah.
something like that. All that stuff is much appreciated. Like I said, it doesn't pay any of our bills as far as personal goes. It keeps the lights on in the studio
Mhm.
and just does what myself and Steve and Jeremy, when he's in a conversation, what we call the product, which is what the show is the product, what you see as a listener at the end goal, just improving the product, whatever we can do to make the listening experience better.
Mhm.
That's what all the money goes to.
Yep.
so-
We also accept bourbon and Britt's Donuts.
Absolutely.
Make sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How much longer is Brits? How much longer we got on Brits? I haven't gone this summer.
I haven't been at all.
Oh my gosh,
I've been, and it's amazing.
I bet.
Yeah.
I haven't been to Canada Beach this year. Yeah, I don't think.
I wonder if there's somebody there that would come and talk to us.
I feel like there was. I
Yeah.
feel like there
Are
would
the
be.
two original people still alive? I know the man who owned it had some medical issues a few years back, but I think he recovered
I hope
and was
so.
doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he did.
Yep. That place is amazing.
Yeah.
If you've never been to our area, if you get here in the summertime, Britt's Donuts. Oh my God, it's so good.
Carolina Beach.
Carolina Beach.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like been around since the 40s.
Yeah, and survived the fire, the boardwalk fire.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, everything across the sidewalk, if I understood right. I didn't go.
Yeah, it was
I
the
wouldn't.
arcade side. The arcade across from it was
Yeah.
what burned.
It got hot. Yeah, Chestnut was on that fire.
Yeah. Stand up to those guys. It could have been bad.
Yeah,
Could have been worse. Excuse me. Not bad. It was bad.
yeah,
Could have been worse.
yeah. I'm gonna. I don't know, but I'm imagining Chestnut probably knew we just can't let this burn.
Save the donuts.
Save the shop. Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah. Thanks, Chestnut.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
And Chief Griffin. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't let the donut joint burn.
Yeah. He probably dedicated a whole alarm assignment to
Just
that.
stand here.
Yeah. It's amazing.
For sure. We'll get in touch with those folks.
Yeah.
And to the listeners, any guests that y'all think, people you want to hear, I say it in all the intros, comments and stuff like that you leave on the shows. We 100% read those.
Yep.
We very much like the insight and what you have to say about the show. If the show sucks, that's fine. You can put that too. If the show's great, you can put that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The more comments and the ratings we get is what makes it be. When you go to Spotify or Apple as a new listener, it'll pop up based on how many comments and how many stars we get. So the more you participate in that side of things, the more it gets exposed to everybody else. So keep those 5-star ratings coming and those comments coming.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Ooh, is there a bait? Wow.
Jesus.
Is there a bait?
You're going to get this.
That's
Is this your old one?
I mean, maybe.
It's a good one for the guest. Has
yeah.
there been any feedback from the first two conference episodes we've released with Ray and
I've had a
Shapo
bunch of
and-
feedback in person.
Yeah, a lot of in-person stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't.
I haven't
know.
talked to anybody.
Yeah, in person, a bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
but
sure.
I was kind of excited to hear what people thought about
Yeah.
us having them.
Dude, that was a great time.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And just to let you know, I've talked to both Champo, Clyde, and Ray separately, all separately. And I feel if I reach out to any of the other ones, they'll chat back as well. But those three specifically, I've talked to since their show, and they want to come do a full show.
Wow,
So-
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So just timing. We just got to get
Yeah.
it. We got to let Champo's book come out,
Yeah.
and we'll get him down here for
Mhm.
that book release.
Yeah.
I want the first signed copy. I think I'm that important.
I'm, yeah. If he's willing, I want to hear that story with the cameras rolling and the mics rolling that he told us after the show.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, I was sold out.
I know.
I'm so heartbroken. I stopped recording.
Yeah. Yeah. What a great dude.
Yeah.
And Ray as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I sent Ray the link to his show and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, when you get time, let's get you down here and get you in a full show. He said, I very much look forward to that. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
nice.
I think that would be amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got so much knowledge. Yeah. I want to learn.
He's
I wanna learn
forgotten
a lot
more
of it.
than we will ever learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we need to block off like 9 in the morning until
Just
Just-
until, yeah.
we're going to take a break, go eat some lunch. We're going to come back and,
Mhm.
I'm thinking like fill up, I don't know, like a 32 terabyte hard drive with just Ray McCormick.
Mhm.
Guarantee you we still miss stuff.
Yeah.
But-
I don't. It's probably logistically not possible, but having Hibben here with Ray,
That'd be fun.
yeah.
Don't say it's logistically not possible.
I don't know. We'll work on it. Yeah.
Ray's the type of person anybody would just about make it work.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
in the room with him.
Yeah. We're primary complete, bro.
Yeah. Got this.
Pushing the bar.
Yeah. And this year, somebody's paying our rent, which is nice.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh,
Alrighty.
yeah. Well, let's shut it down and get ready for the guest.
Perfect. PFFPNC, we much appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so
Yep.
much.
All right. Thank y'all.